Hi guys, welcome back to Rybrook TV and welcome back to the channel, the Land Rover Defender. Boy, do we love these things here on the channel. Now, the difference with this car is it's actually the Defender P400e. Yes, it's the hybrid. Now, we have actually already featured this car on the channel. We did a walk and talk around the exterior and interior features of this car a few weeks back. So if you want to see that video, please use the link in the top of the screen. Today is all about the drive. But before I go and jump behind the steering wheel, let's just reacquaint ourselves with some of the headline stats on the Defender P400e.
The P400e uses a 2-litre 4-cylinder Ingenium petrol engine, which works together with a 19.2 kilowatt-hour battery to produce a combined power output of 404 horsepower, and the batteries has a claimed WLTP range of 27 miles on electric power alone. It can charge to 80% from empty on a 50 kilowatt charger in half an hour. With both petrol engine and batteries working in tandem, the 0 to 62 mile an hour sprint is dealt with in just 5.6 seconds, which is incredibly impressive for a car of this size and weight. The Defender P400e is only available in longer 110 form and is a very compelling proposition, especially for company car owners, with a benefit in kind of just 19%. Right, let's get behind the wheel and go for a spin.
So welcome to the driving seat of the Defender P400e. Now, I'll say straight away, it's been quite a long time since I've driven a Defender, and I'd forgotten just how much I love them. But what I wanted to find out with this hybrid Defender is, has it lost some of its character by becoming a hybrid? Has adding the weight, obviously, of the batteries and turning this into a hybrid, has it dampened that appeal? I don't think it has straight away. I think it's only emphasised that appeal. I think it's just as appealing, but now you've got the hybrid technology to hand as well. So, I've already mentioned the stats, but let's just recap them. Around 400 brake horsepower, 0 to 62 miles an hour in around 5.6 seconds, 640 newton meters of torque, which is a lot. An acclaimed range on the electric power alone of around 27 miles, and you can go up to around 87 miles per hour on the electric range, which is pretty impressive. But what those figures don't tell you is how the car feels to drive. So let me just talk to you about that. To me, this doesn't feel too dissimilar to a normal Defender, which means that it drives really well. It drives really, really well. And you know what? That's quite a nice little feature. That beep you just heard was letting me know there's a speed camera on my left-hand side here. Nice little addition, that Land Rover. The interior, let's talk about the interior real quick. It's utilitarian, but still has this air of quality about it. It feels really, really solid and well put together, which is what you'd expect of a Defender. It needs to be rugged, but yet really functional, and it is really functional. The Pivi Pro infotainment system in the middle is great. It really is. It's a huge step on. The tile layout on there is really, really good. It's real simple to use, and it's much, much quicker now than it used to be. The driving position in any Defender is wonderful. You sit so high up, you feel so imperious in this car. It is a big car, don't get me wrong, and it weighs a lot. It's about 2,600 kilos, so just over 2.5 tons. So it's not a light car by any means, but you wouldn't expect that. It's a Defender. But, I mean, what can I tell you about it other than the appeal has just been emphasised by having this as a hybrid, because especially as a company car buyer, it's just 19% benefit in kind. So this would be a really great option if you are a company car buyer. Now the MPG figures, of course, like with any hybrid, are very, very good. You can get between 70 to 80 miles per gallon on the WLTP cycle. And well, that's all the figures, but what those figures can't tell you is how cool it is to be driving in a Defender. And it doesn't matter that this is the hybrid one. If anything, it's even better because you can drive around and the trees smile at you, and other road users think you'd be driving a big, heavy, gas-guzzling SUV, and you're not. You're in a frugal little hybrid. I mean, little's not the word I would use for it, but you're in a hybrid. So you are doing your bit to help the environment. But yet you've still got all the off-road capabilities in this car. We've obviously got all the terrain response. We've still got low-range gearbox. We've still got all the diffs that can be locked. It's still a Defender. It's still a Defender, which is exactly what I'd want from this car. Now, of course, the Defender isn't made to fly around corners, so I just went around that island there. You can feel the weight going from side to side. The transfer, you can feel it. It's never going to disguise its weight. It's a big, heavy, high-riding car. It's never going to feel like a Lotus Exige through the corners, is it? But it's not bad. It doesn't feel like it's going to topple over and you're going to end up in a ditch over there. It's more manageable. And you're not going to be driving this car at 1,000,000 miles an hour anyway, are you? You're going to be pottering around with the electric going, and it's going to be lovely. Now on that, you have got a number of driving modes. So down in the middle here, you've got this EV button, and when you cycle through, you've got 3 modes. So I'm currently in full EV, where the car is going to be using the electric power alone. So we've got pretty much full range on this car at the minute. So, well, we've got about 80-something% and it's 21 miles, which is about right. Press the EV button again, goes into save. Now what this will do is it'll use the internal combustion engine just to keep the charge where it is. So now I've pressed that, the battery won't go below 21 miles. So it'll just stay at that at a constant. And then finally, you've got hybrid, where the car will do everything for you and it'll just choose whether it's more efficient to use petrol or electricity at any given point. So to be honest, I've left this car in hybrid. I think the car probably knows better than I do what it wants to do. But what are my final thoughts then on the Defender P400e? Has it changed it? Has it got rid of any of the character? No, if anything, all it's done is enhance it. It's made it feel more current, more with today's society and the movements in the motor industry. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? It was always going to happen. So thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you've got any questions about the Defender P400e, please drop them into the comments below and I'll aim to answer as many as possible. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come.